Good morning, Christine. So we are expected to see the Dow drop about 200, maybe even up to 300 points when that opening bell rings at 800 points. So an improvement in global markets are trading off their lows. So what has got, well, the shock of it all? Wall Street doesn't like surprises. But one thing to keep in mind, historically, the day after elections, we usually do see a sell-off. Case in point, the day after President Obama was elected in 2008, we did see the S&P 500 sell off about 5%. Back to you.
All right, thank you very much, Allison. Let's discuss. Let's bring back Christine Roman, CNN Global Economic Analyst Rana Foroohar, and host of Quest Means Business, Richard Quest. So, Rana, the markets, we expected a dip. It happened every time Trump made a move in the polls. Why? Uncertainty. Who will he be? Who will he not be? What will his agenda be? We see volatility now as a result. How deep? How long?
I think you're going to see a sell-off, but I think it's going to be short and sharp. And then I think after that, the markets are probably going to rebound to a certain extent. That's typically what happens, by the way, after any presidential election. Markets don't like uncertainty, as we know. I think what's going to happen now, though, is anytime you get a bit of bad news, soft growth figures in China, a bad jobs report, something problematic happening politically in Europe, you're going to see markets react more strongly than they might have pre-election, because we don't know what Trump's economic policies are going to be yet. Is he going to be a demagogue, or is he going to be a pragmatic businessman? We don't know. We're going to have to watch who he appoints. We're going to have to watch his rhetoric over the next few weeks.
Richard, you also see some complications for Donald Trump himself, because he has some conflicts of interest business-wise.
Oh, yeah. I mean, he owns hotels. He owns buildings. His name's on buildings. Now, nothing wrong with that. But how do you take those business interests, put them in a blind trust, and seeing them, my tourism, no, it's not, my real estate.
But the blind trust isn't really blind.
I get it.
In the old days of a portfolio where you put it all in and the money, they were in a really bad way.
So but who's going to oversee it, though? Here's the question. He's got GOP control of Congress, right? I mean, who's going to be the oversight of what he should do? You know, where are the rules? He's the President of the United States. Who's going to hold him accountable?
First of all, there's no strict rule as regards to the President of the United States with it's been custom and practice. It's not like there's a rule that says you've got to do this. He's expected, and I have no doubt he will follow the highest standards that are expected of somebody of that august office.
You don't think that he'll just keep his businesses going because he's broken the rules on so many things in the campaign?
He has to release his taxes. I mean, it's traditional to release your taxes to
I
American
think we
people.
have to give him the benefit of the doubt. The man has just... no.
I'm sorry.
The man has just won the election. The man has just won the election. We have to give him the benefit of the doubt.
Well, he is actually, he has won the chance to get the benefit of the doubt. I think that's fair. He won the election. That means he deserves to be given a chance to succeed or fail based on what he does from here. That's easy with this conflict stuff compared to how he has to distinguish his message during the campaign from his actions.
I completely agree. I think that's a great point. And I think that really a lot of what happens in the markets and a lot of what happens in the economy is going to hinge on, is he going to take a democratic, with a small d, approach to government and communication? Is he going to be pragmatic and really live up to our expectations of the leader of the free world?
But American workers, I mean, he got elected because American workers feel like they're not getting a fair shake. So what is he going to do for American
what if he goes to Paul Ryan, and look, Donald Trump, having known him for a very long time, the guy knows how to make a deal. He wants to make a deal. He's never wanted to make a deal more than he does right now. He could go to Paul Ryan and say, what do you want that's easy? What can we get done? Why don't you give me a list of regulations and taxes that are on businesses right now
that would be good for Wall Street,
you want to go away? And he says, I'm proposing this. Ryan pushes it through. Quick, easy victory. That helps the economy.
But he's got this number, 4%. He said...
It's a campaign promise.
I'm giggling again.
It's more than a campaign promise. He repeated it again and again.
It was a promise he repeated a lot. Now he is governing and growth, pleasing his base. Okay?
But how do you
will
get,
be the easiest job he
get
has.
growth when world trade is slowing?
Growth.
Absolutely.
Equal, if not bigger
Oh, no,
chance.
It's got a greater chance of a recession
Yeah.
than 4% growth.
I'd agree.
Yeah.
Particularly
I
when
agree
he's
as well.
almost at war with the Fed chairwoman.
Well, that's the other big question. What happens?
Janet Yellen.
Does the
Yeah.
Fed
Yeah.
raise interest rates in December now?
Why
or-
would they in this
way.
environment? Why?
Why wouldn't they, or why
would they?
There's a lot of uncertainty now about what the landscape's going to look like.
They'd be mad to.
I think that they absolutely won't. The question is Janet Yellen going to step down? I mean, Trump has publicly disavowed her. He said, look,
That
she's
was
political.
then, this is now. And I know that sounds naive. But again, the man deserves a chance. He also deserves a chance to distinguish what he said during that campaign from how he'll be different. And hopefully he does it through actions.
Well, the economy is
he
gonna
doesn't.
depend
He
on it.
doesn't have the. He deserves a chance, but he doesn't have the right away from firm policies that the American
Define a
electorate.
policy.
Well,
pro-growth policies and tax cuts. So there's even some worrying. It'll be interesting to see who's the Treasury.
Very much for discussing all of a.m. Eastern. She will be speaking for the first time after conceding the election to Donald Trump, and we will.
With Carol Costello. Carol.
That it does. You guys have a great day. Newsroom starts now.